I found my husband chained inside our boys' quarters eating raw meat, while his exact copy was sleeping in our master bedroom. When Johnson returned home 3 years ago after being missing for 7 days, he was different. Before he disappeared, Johnson was a broke mechanic in Incheon City who drank away his sorrows and used my face as a punching bag every Friday night. We were living in a one-room apartment in Incheon, owing the landlord 6 months' rent. But the Johnson that returned? He was smooth. He smelled like expensive cologne. He held me like I was an egg. "Baby, our suffering is over," he told me, his eyes shining with a strange light. Within 2 months, he started an importation business. Money flooded in. We moved to a 5-bedroom duplex in Seoul. He bought me a Lexus. He never raised his voice, let alone his hand. He became the perfect husband. I thank God every day for changing his heart. But there was one rule: never go near the boys' quarter. He told me he kept his spiritual shrines there to maintain the wealth. He padlocked the iron gate and swore Zirwat the key. For 3 years I obeyed. Why would I look for trouble when I was living in paradise? But last night, the curiosity killed my fear. Johnson, or the man I thought was Johnson, had traveled to Busan for a meeting. I was gardening near the back fence when I heard it. "Mirabelle, Mirabelle." The voice was weak, cracked, and dry. It sounded like a ghost. I dropped my trowel. I walked closer to the rusted BQ door. "Mirabelle, is that you? Help me." My heart stopped. I knew that voice. It was the old Johnson, the rough, smoker's voice I used to fear. I found a heavy stone and smashed the rusty padlock. It took me 20 minutes before the lock finally gave way. I pushed the door open. The smell hit me first: urine, sweat, and rotting flesh. There, chained to a radiator in the dark, was a man. He was skeletal, bearded, and dirty, but when he looked up, I saw the scar on his chin. It was Johnson, my Johnson. "You left me here," he wheezed, tears cutting through the dirt on his face. That thing took my place. I went to a native doctor for money, but the spirit took my face and locked me here. "Release me, Mirabelle. Release me and I will kill it." I stood there frozen. This was my husband, the real one, the one who cheated on me, the one who broke my tooth in 2019, the one who made me beg for food. And inside the main house, the monster had left a credit alert of 2 million on my phone this morning just for weekend upkeep. "Mirabelle, why are you standing there? Get the key!" the real Johnson screamed, his eyes wide with rage. "Wait till I get zero, Ute. I will deal with you for leaving me here." Even in chains, he was threatening me. Suddenly, a shadow fell over us. I turned around. The new Johnson was standing at the door. He wasn't supposed to be back from Busan until tomorrow. He looked fresh, handsome, and sad. He was wearing a white caftan that glowed in the dim light. "I treat you well, Mirabelle," the copy said softly. "I love you. I will provide for you. I have never beaten you." "Why did you open the door?" He pointed at the chained man and said, "That is a human being. I am a spirit. But who has been a better husband to you?" The real Johnson was screaming curses at me now. "You witch! Useless woman! Untie me!" The fake Johnson extended his hand towards me. "Close the door, Mirabelle. Let us go inside and eat dinner. If you free him, the wealth goes and the beatings return. Choose." I am standing between the two of them. The padlock is broken. I can run to the gate and call the police to save the human, or I can close the door and go back to my AC and millions with the spirits. My conscience is fighting my peace of mind. If you were in my shoes, who would you choose? The man or the monster? What will you do if it were you? Anyways, I didn't answer immediately. My hands were shaking, but my mind was clear for the first time in years. I looked at the man in chains. The human. Bloodshot eyes, spit flying from his mouth. Even now, he was angry that I had a choice. "I will kill you when I'm free," he screamed. "You think you can betray me and live?" 3 years in chains had not changed him. Powerless, he was still violent. Then I looked at the other one. The monster. He didn't shout. He didn't threaten. He just stood there, waiting. "I did not lock him here out of love," the spirit said calmly. "I locked him here because he asked for wealth, but refused to change. The agreement was clear." My stomach dropped. "What agreement?" I whispered. The spirit turned to the chained man. "Tell her." Johnson laughed bitterly. "I wanted money. I wanted respect. I wanted to stop being poor. The native doctor said my wife would suffer for it. I didn't care. He said I would be kept while my copy lived my life." I felt something crack inside me. "You traded me?" I asked. Johnson avoided my eyes. "So what? You were already suffering. At least now we're rich." The spirit looked at me again. "I could not touch you," he said. "But I could become what he refused to be." My knees weakened. "I cleaned the blood he put on your face," the spirit continued. "I paid the debts he ignored. I gave you peace. I did not beat you because I do not enjoy pain." The real Johnson started begging now. "Mirabelle, please. It was a mistake. Untie me. I will change. I swear." I laughed. That laugh surprised even me. "Change?" I said softly. "You had years to change before spirits were involved." I bent down and picked up the broken padlock. Then I did something nobody expected. I closed the door. Not gently. I slammed it. The screaming followed me back to the house. That night, I ate dinner in silence. The spirit cooked. He always did. He didn't touch me. He never forced anything. At midnight, I heard nothing from the boys' quarters. By morning, there was no sound at all. The spirit met me in the living room. "It is done," he said. I didn't ask how. 3 months later, the boys' quarters collapsed during renovation. The workers said the foundation was empty. No chains. No bones. Nothing. People say spirits are evil. But let me tell you something. Some humans are far worse. If you were in my shoes, would you choose morality or survival? Because I chose peace. And for the first time in my life, I slept without fear. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.